Good morning, everybody. In episode number 24 of Minecraft Survival, we'll be working on the armor a little bit more, and working on villagers. Trading with villagers for the very first time in this world. If that sounds impressive to you, just you wait and see. And just saying, one of these villagers, it doesn't have a name. I'm gonna need your help. But more on that in the episode. Good Minecraft morning, everybody. I've done it. I have finally done it. This is such a proud moment. See, it's kind of weird, but I've always had this dream, an ambition of mine, to do the most loud, the most obnoxious intro possible. All of their intros, combine them, and make it even more obnoxious and loud, like 10 times louder at least. We've done it. I'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank my family. I'd like to thank all of my followers. I'd like to thank everybody. Thank you so much for allocating me this moment. It feels good. It feels so good. Alas, but enough of that. It's me, your British lad. Welcome back to Minecraft Survival, episode number 24. I need to address the haters at the beginning of this episode. Usually I would say ignore them, just keep going, but so many comments in the last episode. I've built this build, the Palace de Fix, as we know, and then I said there was an interior, and so many people misbelieving me. Just don't believe that there's an interior. I need you to do something for me, like a big favor, really quick. If you commented anything about me lying about an interior in the last episode, pause this video right now. Well, after I say this, go to the last video, delete your comment. You've just embarrassed yourself, and then come back right over here and just apologize down in the comments because there's an interior of this build. If I say there's an interior, there's always an interior on the build. Look at this interior. It's not just an inside either. This is like a grand inside. We have the calcite and the cyan wool, or concrete powder, the cyan concrete powder on the floor, a cell right here that looks slightly unethical, but I promise there are reasons for the cell. It's very ethical. And then a grand spiral staircase. Of course there would be a spiral staircase inside of it, and then look at this, a grand copper floor. Gonna have to wax that today for sure, don't want it changing color. A double bed, pure luxury, and then even a crafting table and a furnace. It's great. A grand interior on the inside of the build filled with luxuries from all over the world. It's so full, yet it still feels devoid of life, soulless and empty, unloving. We need to fix it. Yeah, so if you've been paying attention to the projects that we've been working on, you know exactly where this is going today. Today, occupants inside of the temple. To get occupants inside of that temple, we go over to the original temple. And you know, while we take our stroll through this world over to PP Temple, we might as well take a look at today's meme of the day. This meme right here, a very true and valid point. Now this brings up another very true and valid point. We need more memes for the series. I ask a small favor of you today. Make a meme on this series. Is anything that happens in the episode, submit it to r/waddles. If every single one of you does that, we'll have memes for the rest of time, practically. r/waddles open 24/7. Check it out. Put a meme over there. Yes, the temple. So, the temple. The villagers inside of here, Veronica, Vicky, they're so deeply in love inside of this temple. But you don't really have to look in their eyes to believe that, or you don't really even have to listen to me to believe that. They're deeply in love. More in love than really they've ever been, and more in love than anyone in the history of history. Oh, it's loud inside of here. It's real loud inside of here. Look at all of these cousins. They're all together in here, united. Look at the smiles on their face. They're so happy. It's so much, and it's kind of disgusting in here. This is a realization that I made a little while ago. It's gotten completely out of control. And there are villagers all over this place, which is great if you love villagers. And one of them has gotten out completely unintentionally, but you know, I don't even have any wood. I don't know where I put it all. Alright, well, you're on your own now. I don't know where you're off to, but you're on your own. I need to go get the logs. Apparently I left the logs inside of the ship. So look, I'll be the first to admit it. Not exactly the way that I planned on starting this episode, but it should work. Like, it should be fun. As long as you, kind friend, can get inside of the boat, perfect, and then can come with me. This is perfect. This is the exact step one that we needed to happen. Look, the villager is already fascinated with the temple. Can't take its eyes off of this thing. Oh, wow, you love the temple. Yes, you're looking right at the temple. Thank you. Thank you. I knew my time was not wasted at all. I knew this was all worth it all along. The second you saw it, I knew you would love this thing and be impressed. The stripes on the roof, the wild shape, yes, the calcite even, everything about it. You love it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's almost like you're flirting with me, but it's not really like that. It's not like that, villager. Not between us. I'm taken. So this villager that we have right now, stubbornly keeping the stonemason job, is potentially everything that we need, basically. Except one villager inside of this entire palace, that would be insanely lonely. This is really just going to be the start of our journey today. We're going to get this villager inside of this thing We're gonna get this villager inside of this thing. Don't go down. You can't go back up. We'll get the villager inside of this thing. And then, we still went down. We still went down. A do-over, no big deal. Oh, you just want to go over there. You just love the build so much. You just love the build so much that you wanted to go over there. You got a little confused and lost along the way, but it's okay. It's okay. It's about just making it there. It loves the build so much. It doesn't matter if we went down. You know, I don't think you even realized it, but that is like basically the biggest compliment that you could give me of all time. You really like this build that much that you would just walk over here on your own. Well, thank you so much. Really, it means the world to me. Villager inside of the build, that is like the biggest step that we needed to do. We're basically all the way there. Alright, so we've waited long enough. The big reveal. What are we doing today? Mending. Mending is the only thing we're doing today, which means you're going to need to forget your old job. Then you're going to need to claim that new job right over there. Cows, you beautiful savage beasts that I treat ethically every single time in this world. Only one of you is a sacrifice for what we're doing today, but it'll be worth it. I promise that one day I will build a gigantic temple for all of you, and you'll live a great life. And so, after that, the wait was on. It was essentially a wait against time. It is inevitable that eventually this villager gives up on its old job. It is true that I could speed it up by going and removing the workstation, but it is also an inevitability. I gambled. My gamble, eventually this villager will just give it up, quit the act, and take the new job. That gamble? It was not worth it. The villager is not giving it up. So over here, take that away. Hopefully that'll make the villager forget it. I mean, we're like literally hundreds of blocks away at this point. The plus of coming all this way is sugarcane farm. I was able to harvest the sugarcane farm like basically all of the way, have most of the profits instead of my inventory, which means more profits inside of the chateau. Villager, villager, my good friend villager, you have not given it up yet. Alright, well I have one more idea, which is maybe completely cut this out. I think the villagers can see right through the trap doors, so look at that. No path at all now. Come on. Alright, look, maybe that too, cut that off. Now it's like fully cut off from the outside. Every single spot inside of this build is inside of the build. And there's the fences, so it shouldn't have even mattered. Now that I realize it. Why are you not giving it up? Okay, whatever. Let's move on. Let's get a second villager and move it over here. We'll fix the bridge up first so no accidents happen. This will be a cakewalk. If my first big-headed villager friend is too mentally deficient to be able to figure out what's going on, my second villager friend, who is genius and can fit through the door every single time, will surely be able to figure it out. Surely. Alright, there we go. There we go. It jumped through the door. It's inside of the boat. Perfect. All we need to do is move this villager straight over to the same spot. No pun intended whatsoever. It's literally all downhill from here. This is the one. I can feel it. We have great progress so far. This villager all the way over here, no problems at all. And also, it doesn't have a job. So, as soon as I move this thing inside of the pen, it should be good. It should basically just take the lectern job because it's the only one available. That, or it'll wait till the morning and then do the exact thing that I just said. So, no matter what, we win. I'm going to go ahead and block that off just in case this one tries to pull a fast one. All I need to do is open that, get this in here, and okay. All right. Well, that's not good. We're almost there. Carefully, carefully out of the boat, into the pen. You're perfect. You, not so perfect, but just go inside of the pen. Close the gate. There we go. 2 villagers inside of the pen. This one not doing too well. Hopefully it'll heal itself up for something. Villagers can do that, right? And this one, all we need to do is roll your trades over and over and over again, and eventually you'll have mending. It's inevitable. Sooner or later, you will take the mending trade. Infinity. Wow. It's cool, but it's not what we're looking for. Eventually, you will have mending, and then eventually you will quit your old job, and I can do something else with you too. That'll be great, but mending. I know it. This is the try right here. Silk Touch. Wow. I'm actually having way better luck with enchantments with the villagers than I'm having with enchantments from the enchantment table. I mean, I'll take it. Now, if only these villagers would be able to, you know, actually learn by seeing. Look at how good this villager is at quitting its job and taking a new job. Okay, bad time of the day to talk about it, but yeah, this one is so good. You're a disappointment. First thing in the morning, and this thing has already taken a job. That's amazing. Impaling 5, 48 emeralds. That's insane, but impaling 5, that's really cool. Okay. Okay, this is not what I'm meant to be doing right now, but 10 emeralds. 10 emeralds for Unbreaking 2. That's really, really good. The price is higher because they're like mad at me, you know. But I think I need to take this. Unbreaking 2. We could buy Unbreaking 2 and then just, you know, combine it with Unbreaking 2, combine it with itself. Eventually, we'll be rolling in emeralds. I think it's a no-brainer. Unbreaking 3, really, really easy like that consistently. I have to take it. You are the new Unbreaking 2 villager. Your name? Your name is Olorap, after the developer. This one, I don't know what to do with it. I think I'm just going to set it out into the wild. Let it run. Clearly, it wants to run free. You know what they say, if you love something, let it go, and it'll come back to you one day, maybe. Or maybe it can't come back to you because it's gone, or maybe it's not gone because I wouldn't do anything to it. You know what they say, if you love something, let it go. We're going to have to move another villager over there and try again. I'm going to need another lectern, which means I'm going to need bookshelf, which means, oh boy cows, I got bad news for you. You know what I'm just realizing? If we're gonna trade for mending, and I'm gonna have to do another trade like that, like I just did for the Unbreaking 2 trade, we need a way to make emeralds. You know, lock the trade in. I have 4 emeralds left. Highly unlikely that I get mending for 4 emeralds. If I do, wow, that's great. But we need a way to make profits, and we need a way to make profits quick, which I think is gonna leave us with one answer. This spot right here. I didn't actually plan on this today, but I guess we're gonna get another village or 2. You think it's close enough to go to the composter? I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. Workstation right there. This should be close enough. You should take the stonecutter one. Yes, yes, okay. No. Oh, you show off. You show off. You prove me wrong. You go right for the composter, don't you? Don't you? You can jump, you know. You can jump. You can jump. You got this. You got this. Go right there. Composter. Yes, composter. Perfect. But I think I want a composter inside of that building. So let's go ahead and do this. Go to stonecutter. Go to stonecutter one. Okay, go to composter right up there. Perfect, perfect. Next stop, stonecutter right there. Ore barrel, that kind of works. That's fine. How about the stonecutter right behind you? And then finally, stonecutter that is right inside of the building. This is a tricky one. You got this? Oh, you got this. You got this. Perfect. Okay, now composter back there. Stonecutter is mine. Come to the composter. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you got it. You're trapped. You live here forever. Make a few small adjustments to the porch, you know, so I can put a fence gate right inside of this thing. Villager is trapped inside of the build. Door is on the build. It's just like new. It's always been like this. And even more impressively, would you take a look at this? This villager, right from the start, knows its purpose. A carrot trade right there, that's perfect. The local carrot farmer that lives inside of the middle of the potato field. We love to see it. And emeralds. We also love to see emeralds too. Okay, so small problem. It slipped. Like, genuinely, it slipped, and I hit this villager too, so the prices are a little bit more expensive, but it's fine. Really, I just need a couple more emeralds. Running out of carrots. Just a couple more emeralds, and then we can go ahead and go back to the mending project. We don't really care about this villager anyways. So sorry about that carrot villager that lives in the middle of the potato farm that is filled with carrots. So sorry about that. That'll be my bad. 4th try is the charm, right? That's exactly what they say. 4th try is the charm. So eventually what I've been doing is I just spam the door, really, to be honest. And the villagers pathfind over here. It's actually really great. I don't really need to do anything. As soon as one of them tries to pathfind over here, it gets close enough, boom, right inside the boat, jump into the boat, and it's go time. Again, like I said before, no pun intended. It's literally all downhill from here. Like, you see what I mean? It's all the way down there. Okay, so this is the one. Definitely, this time, there's nothing that could go wrong. I won't hit any more villagers. I'll be, like, extra careful. This is the mending villager, and that's all we're at. The unbreaking villager. 3 books for the bookshelf, 1 more to lock the enchantment, 1 bookshelf for the lectern, and a lectern for the mending trade. Mending trade? Maybe you go right there. Let's see that mending trade. Right here. Power 4. Oh, man, your prices are so crazy. You know what? Actually, maybe symmetrical. They both go to work on the back wall of this build. Right next to each other. Haha, they're besties. Alright, but anyways, with that one, it was time to focus. A time to place the lectern down, check the villager, and then break the lectern over and over and over again until we get the exact trade that we need. Guys, seriously, getting mending is busted. It's absolutely busted. There's no way this is how this should actually work. It's just completely broken. And I know what they could do about it, but I don't want to say what they could do about it because I don't want them to actually do it. This is so easy to do and absolutely broken, but I also like being able to do it. So, the solution? I have it, but I can't ever say it. It's a harsh reality. Mending. 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 Here it is. There's mending for 30 emeralds, though. 30 emeralds. Mending for 30 emeralds. Yeah, there's no chance I'm keeping that. There's not. As much hard work and sweat and dedication I put into that, there's no way that I'm taking that price. I think we can get it for as low as like 10 emeralds. Now, I realize that they still have their prices raised. They're stubborn. But still, we could start with like 10 emeralds or 12 emeralds. Like, you know, anything like that. And that's fine. 30 emeralds. Like, I know you've seen the potato machine, but like 30 emeralds? No way. Not a chance. Back to grinding. Mending again, and it's even more expensive, I think. Definitely. Mending, 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 there it is. Mending is right there for 12 emeralds. 17, that's it. That's the trade. Oh, boys, 17 emeralds right now. That's not good. That's not a good price, but 12, and then I discounted even more. You don't know what you've done. You don't know what you've done. You've changed this entire world, and you need a name. What is your name? That's your job. I figure this one, I'll leave it up to you. It's not just my world, it's our world. What is the Mending Villager's name? Name submissions down below. The most liked comment becomes the name of this Mending Villager forever. Wow, wow, wow. Wait, and look at that. You've forgiven me. You've forgiven me for all of my unfortunate doings. You've forgiven me. Mending for 12 emeralds, and then you right there. Oh, you have not forgiven me. That's fine. Unbreaking 2. Do not tell the other one about what I've done. Look at that. Unbreaking 2. So 2 books of that. Unbreaking 3. That's great to have. And then Mending. Obviously, that's like a no-brainer. We have a Mending Villager. Now, I need Mending. So, 12 emeralds for a little bit of mending. That's not bad at all, considering the fact that right next door, we have a carrot farmer. This carrot farmer will buy a bunch of carrots from me. I'll be able to take all of the emeralds next door, turn it into emeralds. All that I need to do is make sure I actually replant this field. That's pretty simple. So, next up is to trade. Even more trading. What are you composting? What did you get to composting from where, villager? What are you even doing? Run through this trade a couple of times until I realize I have automatic potatoes and probably should have made this a potato trader instead. But anyways, harvest the carrots, replant the carrots, run through the trade enough times to end up with 56 emeralds, so I can buy a bunch of mending books. Today, we don't really need this Unbreaking 2 book, so might as well leave it here. And this boat, I mean, just in case of an emergency, might as well leave the boat here too. Now, today, while I've been working on all of that, things have been aging. The floor began perfect condition. Look at this stuff. Becoming disgusting really quickly. Over there, oh man, even faster. It's waxing time. But these villagers are going to be very, very important to our world. Now we have a lot of mending books, and we'll continue trading with these villagers anytime we need more enchantments, like Unbreaking 2 and Mending. The plan is to definitely discount these prices, and also to level these villagers up all the way. One of these villagers will always sell Mending, the other one has a pretty good Unbreaking setup, and then eventually both of them will also sell us name tags. I've also set these villagers up with pretty much everything they should need. They have 2 beds. They don't seem to use them very often, though. And then they have the workstations. They have a little bit of extra storage. I don't really think there's anything else they need. And oh, yeah, and then the fences keep them safe inside of here. Yeah. The bee farm has been running this whole time, and not only running, but producing. This thing is now overflowing. We need better honeycomb storage sometime really, really soon. Or I need to just start converting these things into blocks, which honestly sounds like a better idea given our current situation. So, honeycomb blocks. More honeycomb blocks than I could ever need. I love it. So we have a lot of copper all over this world. Some of the copper has aged like all the way. Some of the stuff hasn't. The plan is to run around and do our very first waxing, our very first unwaxing, and then make some of the stuff, like stay in a certain way. So, for example, this world is very realistic. The copper blocks sitting back here in this field, they're literally just waste extra products from the factory. I think some of these things should be fully aged. Maybe some of these things should be partially aged. I think it'll look good. Leaving them like that, yeah, makes it more interesting. Basalt Brothers Factory. I've been thinking about this thing a lot. What I think I want to do here is wax or shave all of that stuff and then wax this so we keep this lower roof fully orange or copper color or whatever. So we do that on every single slab, and then this part of the roof I do nothing to. I want this part to fully oxidize and turn like the green color. I think the copper color with the green roof as well. I think that'll look really nice. So that means for all of this, shave the oxidization, wax the blocks. And there we go. Just like that, completely, well, partially brand new again. I love it. All right, so that's done. Next up is going to be the APM over here. The APM has been oxidizing, which does look nice. Like, I do really like that tone. But the point of this thing was to make the orange circles on the mountain stand out a little bit less. So that means we need to shave all of this off and then wax all of these. And they need to stay orange forever, starting now. There we go, APM waxed. That leaves two final bits of copper that I kind of am undecided on. So we have the copper on that building, way off over there. And then we have the copper on the ship. So the copper on the ship, I'm kind of leaning towards shave it all. We make the copper on the ship brand new. The copper on the building, not so easy. I do like the green, think it looks really, really nice. But also, orange might kind of match the carrots, like, really well. Also, how could I almost forget? The chateau. The chateau definitely needs a little bit of waxing. And so, a compromise. We'll fully wax the boat, and we'll leave the potato farm alone. There we go. I think that's everything. I think that's everything around this part of the world that needs to be waxed. And everything that doesn't need to be waxed officially isn't. So we have 5 quick questions left in today's episode. Question number 1. Yes, insanely doable. Insanely doable. I already have the name on deck. It's perfect. Mending pickaxe, Division Z5, Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3. That's ours forever. Next question, the boots. How about this? Doable. Not insanely doable. But doable. How about the helmet? That's got to be better, right? Oh, yes, definitely right. This is insanely doable. Perfect. Now, the final questions of the episode is this. So affordable. And that's so affordable. I think I know exactly where we need to go. It's not exactly a place that I like. It's definitely not a place that I'll be going after next episode. But it's a place that will solve all of my problems today. This place. Old friend, old enemy. You've served me. Not exactly served me well. But you've done your job. Thank you for all of your service. Next episode, you will be decommissioned for the rest of your existence. So anyways, we have to finish off the armor set with this right here. But just in case, gotta be careful with this one right here. So there we go. That'll do. And then realizing I completely forgot to account for the extra levels that I need for naming this thing, back to the spider farm. 3 levels for this work of art right there. Definitely worth it. And so, that is going to do it for this episode of Minecraft Survival. In the next episode, we'll be doing a project, so make sure you subscribe. You won't want to miss it. We are now the proud owner of a full set of netherite armor with maxed out enchantments, names on every single thing, and a fully complete pickaxe too. Patron gang, big thank you. Hushdown34, Reitman, GBFan1984, and Divins. Thank you. Name submissions down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you.